Does your aim look like this? Does your homeboy's aim look like this? Are you on controller? If you answered yes to any of these questions, this is the video for you. Unlock the full power of ALC Aim Assist with the best ALC Aim Assist guide in the market right now, and get your aim looking like this in no time, guaranteed.
Not actually guaranteed. Some people are just buns.
Hey YouTube, it's your boy Obet, and welcome to my ALC settings guide and tutorial. Leave a like on the video and subscribe on the channel. It would be much appreciated. We'll be doing a giveaway at 100 subs, so make sure to subscribe, man. Subscribe. I'm serious. Subscribe. But something that I always struggled with when I started getting into competitive gaming was really understanding how aim assist works and how to use it to the fullest potential. You can always use the regular aim assist settings, but when you use ALCs, you will not only be able to tailor it to your own personal playstyle, but you'll be able to adjust based off your controller. Whether you have a new controller or an old controller, you'll always be able to fine-tune your settings to get the best results possible. Alright, so let's take a look at these settings. Alright, when you go into the settings, you're gonna go into the controller tab here and then go down. You're gonna see movement and aiming. This is the regular settings. You should be familiar with this. But now you want to go into advanced look controls. That's what ALC stands for. We go in here and it's gonna be off. We want to turn that on real quick. Alright, now that we have this on, let's look through these settings and I'm going to tell you which ones are the important ones and which ones you can just ignore. Alright, so dead zone, this is something that you want to keep as low as possible. If your controller has a little bit of stick drift, then I recommend turning this up just a little bit. As you can see, I have it up to 3%. I do have a little bit of stick drift, and as that continues to increase, I might turn that up to 5 and so on and so on. Auto threshold is something that I don't really pay attention to. I have it at 1%. Response curve, I have it like almost at the baseline. I have it at 9. If you go lower, you'll have a more linear curve, as you can see in the graph here. And if you go higher, you'll have a bigger ramp up on your controller. So I like to keep that on 9. That's my preference. You can play around with that and see what you like best. All right, so now into the important stuff here. We have yaw speed and pitch speed. These are your left and right and your up and down. You have hip fire yaw speed and ADS yaw speed here. So basically, this is just gonna be how fast you look left and right and up and down for hip fire and ADS. Oh, you guys can't see that ADS over here. The rest of these I have on 0. Turning yaw speed is how fast you turn, and basically I have these on 0 because I believe that it takes away some aim assist when you have this too high. Like right now I have a very slow turn speed, but I'm always locked into the target. If you have it too high, you kind of could just snap off that aim assist, and that's not what you want. If you want a little bit more turning speed, you can play around with these and go a little higher, but I'd suggest going slowly because you'll be noticing that especially more of your, not the ADS, but more of the hip fire shots are going to be missing. And it's just going to be those few bullets that just snap off the target that are going to mess you up and have you lose that fight. So that's why I have these on 0. And the same thing for ADS. Everything on 0. Again, you can play around with these and see how you like it. It's all up to you, but this is my recommendation. But yeah, basically, when you also want to have these on here, you want to have the target compensations on. But yeah, this is pretty much the ALCs. I know they look a little difficult, but they're honestly not that hard. All right, so now that we kind of have this overview, let's get into the nitty gritty and let me teach you how to find your best settings possible. So right now, these are not my settings, by the way. These are not. These are super high. I'm just want to treat this as if I'm new to the game and I'm trying to find my settings. So I'm going to set it to something pretty high. And Now, all right, so now we go back into the range here. All right, so you can see here, this is pretty fast. Like, that's how fast the settings are right now. You never have to turn that fast, at least when you're aiming. Here, like, I'm still hitting my shots, but I'm not able to one clip. You can see my aim is flickering around. It's just a little too fast for me. Like, look at that. It's just a little too fast for me. Like, let's try the hip fire here. Not too bad. But we can definitely get like a full one clip on this. All right, so now that I see that mines are pretty high, I go back into the settings here and I adjust. I go down maybe to the average here. Let's go down, and let's try this out. So here, I'm moving pretty slow, and you can see the aim assist kind of helping there. But this is like super slow. And yeah, maybe I'm able to hit my shots here. But if I want to turn and burn somebody else, right? So if I'm going like this and then I want to switch over here, like that took me a while right there to like make that turn. So yeah, so I'm able to hit my shots, but my turning speed is just a bit too slow. So why don't we go back here and we go higher, right? Go a little higher for both here. Well, I know my settings, so I'm just gonna set the settings that I know I'm gonna be good with. Give me a second here, 1 second. All right, so these are my settings right here. 280, 200 for yaw and pitch speed, and for ADS we have 120 and 70. These are my settings. I'd recommend, if you're new, use these settings to start and see how you like it, and adjust it just as I showed you. Go up a little bit, go down a little bit. Try to find that middle point where you have the best settings possible for not everybody, for you. These settings are for you. All right. So now that we have that, why don't we take a look? These are my settings that I use. You know, I'm able to one clip, but I'm able to also turn. Another thing that I think that's way better for the ALC settings than regular settings is that if you want to go from like, if you want to increase here, let's say you're using regular settings and you're using like a 4.3 and you want to hop from 4.3 to 5.4, that might be a little harder and you might be missing too many shots. But with the ALC settings, you're able to adjust even by 1 point on these, on this screen here, and that will enable you to maybe go from, instead of going from a 4 to 5, you're going from like a 4 to a 4.5, from a 4.5 to 5 when I'm talking about your settings here. And that sounds better to me. Doesn't it sound better to you? No, but anyway, this was my introduction to ALC settings. If you guys have any other questions about the settings, make sure to leave them on the comment. But if not, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will see y'all next time. Deuces.